Alrighty folks, it's been too long. We're going back to more Haunting Hour episodes. I picked out 3 more today to talk about. And yeah, what's going on guys? Welcome back to another video on the Gare Bear channel. If you haven't watched part 1 already, go ahead and watch it. I'll leave it here. But today we're actually going to be talking about 3 more episodes from this series. And I cannot stress enough how much I used to love this whenever I was a child, man. Great memories watching this. I used to be scared. I used to poop myself. I'm just messing, guys. Only one time. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. Alright, so Alien Candy. I'm not gonna lie, I don't remember this episode very much, but I do remember that the actor that played Fregley in the original Diary of a Wimpy Kid is in this, and wait, is that Chirag? They just chilling in the school cafeteria, and Fregley has a book about aliens that he's reading. They both get up from their lunch and start walking away, when all of a sudden, a bully comes out of nowhere to terrorize them. And wait, why is Fregley walking around and reading his book at the same time? The bully's name is Dwayne, or I guess it's like Dwayne. It's kind of weird how they pronounce it, but he starts teasing him about the alien book he's reading whenever 2 strange-looking kids look in their direction. Weird. In their little scuffle, Dwayne knocks Fregley into the lunch lady's car. She yells at Dwayne and Fregley, "With me! Now!" Why is this guy celebrating? After all this happens, the 2 weird students pick up Fregley's book in a very menacing way. It turns out the lunch lady isn't exactly upset about them fighting. She's more upset about the nasty homemade nuggets going to waste all over the floor. And she gives them both a punishment, even when she saw my boy Fregley clearly got pushed and got covered in her chicken nuggets. Honestly, the being covered in nuggets part actually does sound kind of nice. Especially if it was Chick-fil-A. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. That'd be good. The lunch lady, teacher, whatever, she's literally such a Karen. Wait! Before the video goes on any further, I would like to thank today's sponsor. Yours truly, actually. We got Anti-Karen Club, we got golf, we got Go Smell the Roses poop shirt. Those are all out right now. Sorry guys, it's really hot out here. It's actually hard to breathe. We actually have a website now called garb.something. It'll be up right now. Check the link in description and you can go, buy some shirts. Support me in another way other than watching these videos. Thank you guys so much for watching the video, and back to the video.
Why don't you just learn to take a joke?
Wow, what a And so of course, Fregley's the one that takes the trash out, but he's also getting stalked by Weirdo 1 and Weirdo 2. And they're being, you guessed it, weird. And actually, Dwayne is taking some trash out too, which, I'm kind of surprised. But he's also trash-talking Fregley while doing it, so. As Fregley makes his way back inside, he gets confronted by the weirdos. And they're actually just returning his book to him, which is kind of nice, They start asking him questions about the book and what it's about, and they actually invite him to join their new alien club. Fregley just thinks they're messing with him, but then they start dropping alien truth bombs on him, and, it's kind of crazy. So he ends up following them because they know things. And then they show him their freaky big blue alien ball and invite him to join this weird experiment where they fuse aliens and humans together, like their minds, I guess. I don't really know. Not their bodies, but their minds. That's how they communicate. Kind of sounds like a plot to some other movie. They tell him that he must eat some weird alien jelly beans in order to be, a part of the experiment. A sort of alien candy. They totally just drugged a middle schooler. Later that night, Chirag shows up to Fregley's after he kept missing his calls on purpose. And bro just keeps on eating those alien perks, dude. Like, he's not stopping. Fregley ends up almost spilling the tea to Chirag about his club, but he ends up asking the freaky twins if his friend can join, and they're not very happy with their newest club member almost revealing their deep secret. They end up getting all defensive about aliens and are just acting so weird about everything. I mean, it ain't that serious, guys. Like, come on. Fregley leaves, and then they become the extra twin restrials. Dang it, I screwed up. The next day, we catch Fregley and Chirag at their lunch table, and Chirag is pretty upset that he can't be a part of the super secret alien club. And Chirag even says that this isn't the first time that they've been excluded out of things, because even the bowling league wouldn't let them join. I mean, what kind of tomfoolery did they get up to not be accepted into that? Like, that's why I'm confused. And then Chirag up and leaves Fregley all alone with his special alien pills because he just wouldn't let him join. He's not being a very good friend right now.
Are you okay, son? Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Bro is off that alien lean. We fast forward to later that evening, and Fregley is just chilling and relaxing in his room, about to fall asleep. He wakes up a little later because of a weird greenish glow that is in his room, and it turns out the freaks are there. Why did they just show up in his room like that, though? Fregley is rightfully confused, and then they say it can't wait any longer. That doesn't sound very Gucci. They ask if he's been eating the candy, and when he answers, they point the big blue alien balls right at his head. And yeah, they pretty much just paralyze this poor child. The weird twin guy brings out a syringe, probably filled with some top-notch alien fent. They give him the shot of something. I don't really know what this is.
The candidate is suitable for digestion.
What? They transform into aliens, and the spirit of Dan Schneider possesses them. His new nickname is Freddy Forto. But real talk, guys, it's moments like this that make me surprise this heir to 7-year-olds. Like, I was watching this whenever I was 7 years old. After the freaky feet alien took its bite, the other alien makes a shocking discovery. Oh my gosh, these aliens hate gingers. Gingers cannot catch a break, like, anywhere. It's so sad. And then Fregley wakes up and everything seems normal. His sock's back on his foot and everything. Back at school, Fregley is, again, being stalked by the weirdo alien twins. And they're talking about killing him now? Oh my gosh. My homeboy Fregley cannot catch a break, bro. But now they shifted their focus on his friend, Shirag.
I'm missing a game because of you.
If you don't want to get in trouble, stop picking on kids half your size and twice your IQ.
Well, somebody grew a pair. You gotta grow a lot more than that before you can mouth off to me.
Dude, how are they allowed to talk like this in a kid's show? Wouldn't this totally make Fregley not have any balance? I'm pretty sure I heard that if you lose any of your pinky toes, you can't stand up. Like, it's impossible because it like takes all the balance out of your feet. He then gets cornered by the girl weirdo outside the gym after, you know, screaming and going crazy. And she's helping him tie his shoes. That is so nice.
You saw that our saliva has healing ability.
What? And then she randomly becomes a child. He then gets kidnapped and thrown into a dumpster, but it's just Dwayne in that room. They literally lock him in the dumpster with a paperclip. Like, this is a crime. We cut back to the inside of the school where we see that Shirag has his own bag of alien Xannies now. They order Shirag not to tell, and guys, I kid you not, they barely say Fregley's name in this show, but it's literally Walt. Anyways, they order Shirag not to tell Walt about anything. Walta escapes the dumpster and immediately calls Shirag. Which, okay. His name is actually Tim. I know I've called him Shirag this whole time, but his name's Tim. This is actually the first time I think they actually say his name, too. So, Walt asks if Tim can meet right now, and Tim says that he's kind of busy right now.
He's gonna be surprised.
Yeah, he's gonna be surprised to hear that you got eaten. Walt frantically runs around the school looking for Tim and with an axe? They just keep this lying around the school? Fregley just keeps on making these references, man, and here he is reenacting one of my favorite films of all time. He smokes out the aliens and is just in time to save his homie Tim. These aliens got all the drugs, and a little bit of smoke hurts him, bro. I don't buy it. Tim wakes up and they run and try to hide from the aliens, and they actually have a pretty intense cat and mouse chase scene, which I admire a lot, and it's actually pretty scary. And while I was watching this, I also realized how much I love the way they did the aliens for this episode. Like, it reminds me of how they did the old Goosebumps shows, masks and effects and everything. And it just looks really nostalgic, really cool. I like it a lot. Anyways, the aliens are about to find Tim, but Walt ends up distracting them pretty well, so they end up making their easy escape. Never mind. They let Walt go and capture Tim because Tim's the one that they actually want. He's the one that they want to eat now instead of Walt. They end up doing what I would have done in this situation and just start throwing anything they can get their hands on at these alien scum, bro. Just throwing everything, chairs, tables. And then they try and throw and spray stuff in their eyes to blind them, and it actually seems to work pretty well. And they realize that the salt they were throwing actually melts them like frogs or whatever. That was their whole science hypothesis thing. And they just become green Nickelodeon slime, like sludge. They look disgusting. Let me just say, they look like Jello that's been left out in the sun for like 3 days. Cherry Jello too. It was a whole nother color before it got left in the sun. It's gross. It's bad. And right when they think they're safe, the weird Karen lunch lady comes in. Why does she think she's the principal of the school, bro? And then the grossest thing ever happens. She starts to throw the stuff together for tomorrow's batch of nuggets, and you can only guess what I'm meaning. Next up, we have Stage Fright, and this one is one of my faves to BH with you. I'm not even gonna lie. This one is one of my favorites. We start off like all these episodes start off at a school, and it's a drama club working on their showing of the play Hansel and Gretel. Hansel and Gretel. And we can definitely see that there is some drama in the drama club. The lead girl wasn't supposed to even have the part in the first place, and there is definitely some anger pointed towards her. The strange drama teacher is also there taking some notes and adjusting the cast to make the show better. She tells one girl to stop stretching her body and start stretching her mind. Oh, got it! I'm pretty sure that means she's for the streets, brother. This drama teacher is really into this play, and she wants everyone to be perfect. And she mentions that she has a bunch of sweet treats, just like the witch from the story that fattens up all the children. After she leaves to fetch the treats, all the students talk about how sick and tired they are of the treats. Like they've had enough. One of the actresses actually says she got sick from the carrot cake she brought the other night because it had celery in it. What kind of sick person puts celery in a carrot cake? But one of the behind the scenes students remarks that it wasn't the cake that made her sick. It was the curse. This curse causes weird things to happen to everyone that is involved, and it will end with disaster unless they stop the production entirely. The girl from production also drops that this curse is real because it's based on a true story, and that is why it already happened to 5 other schools.
You actually think a witch is gonna mess with our show? Yeah. I mean, bring it on.
Yeah, that's probably not a good sign. The other girl that is behind the scenes goes to tell the teacher to just save the snacks for tomorrow since the rehearsal is over now. And a good thing, because this is getting weird. This is getting bad. But she actually stops for a little snack herself at the vending machine. And then some fog starts to roll in, and she gets attacked by the witch. This is not the way you want to go out. You got your hand in the cookie jar. The metaphorical cookie jar. I guess in this case it's the vending machine. But we fast forward to the night of the play, and all of the people are showing up, and it actually got sold out. This is a sold out show. Nothing can go wrong. Nothing can happen. This play has to work. This play is starting to not seem very cursed, to be honest though. Like this is a happening joint. Behind the curtain, the drama teacher is handing out free cookies, fattening them all up. Well. She meets up with a stagehand that didn't get attacked, and she is extremely worried about the play and the headset she found by the vending machine. But the teacher is not fazed at all, and actually sticks a cookie in her mouth while she's talking. This bitch need to shut up, bruh. The show must go on, or whatever. The play begins, and everything seems pretty normal. No witches inside or anything. Every day is a new adventure. And it's a musical. I hate musicals. Okay, I'll give the writers of this episode credit. This play seems like it slaps. Like, honestly, these actors are all pretty believable as seniors in high school and everything. Like, this is all a very believable episode, and I'm bought in. I'm all in. The guy who is playing the dad of Hansel and Gretel, his name's Jesse. He exits the stage to get some firewood props from backstage, and he can't find them. I wonder who took. Wait. What do you? And this is another reminder of how dark this show can get sometimes. Like, geez Louise, man. This guy just freaking died. On stage, the other actors are waiting for him to return, but of course, he doesn't come back. So the actors do their best to improv.
What is he? Is he chopping down the whole forest?
The remaining behind-the-scenes girl looks for Jesse. Only his French-looking hat thing that those artists wear, or the mimes or whatever, and the prop lying on the ground. So she gets the actress who plays the stepmom's help, and this causes the play to start falling apart, quite literally. The tree girl, who is still upset about not having a bigger part in this play, decides to go on stage and try and show off her acting skills with some improv. But then Lainey, Hansel and Gretel's stepmom, goes on stage and they start trying to one-up each other with their acting. And she gets embarrassed. And Lainey decides to, go backstage and look for Jesse instead. Just kidding. She goes straight for the snack table and starts absolutely ripping through some M&M cookies. I've been doing the same thing. Those look pretty good. The behind-the-scenes girl ends up rushing to where the scream came from and finds a trail of breadcrumbs that leads right to a door where the 3 captured are being held. Oh wow, breadcrumbs. That's actually really creative. Like, all those cookie bits that were coming out of her mouth were all over the floor now. It's pretty cool. Gina is doing her warm-up routine and then gets turned into a Bavarian pretzel, claiming another victim. Back on stage, the play is playing out how it should. But when Gina is supposed to make her entrance, she's missed another cue, like she's been doing this entire freaking time. Because the girl cannot understand when she needs to be on stage. But in fact, she's in the back being all twisted up and mangled. fun. The teacher actually comes out on stage dressed up as the witch. They've changed roles now, apparently. And the backstage girl comes out and spills the tea about the teacher, because she's the one who's been capturing them all and fattening them all up this whole time. The remaining actors end up grabbing her and throwing her into a fake furnace. But plot twist, there's another witch all along. She wasn't the right one. And this witch decides to close the curtains on everybody. The play is over, practically. The audience is obviously confused about all this. With a bit of magic, she lifts up the curtains and has tied everyone up and put apples in their mouth like a bunch of pigs over a fire or something. And then the witch makes Hansel and Gretel sing for their lives. And the fake fire in the furnace got replaced by a real PNG gif of a fire.
Save us now before she eats our cheeks.
Hey yo. After they sing, the crowd goes wild.
I didn't eat Hansel and Gretel. That's not how the story went. I ate their parents.
And then they all go wild because they probably die. Catching Cold is another episode I remember watching, and oddly enough, I remember this one actually traumatizing me, like, for real. We start off with this creepy ice cream truck rolling down the street with possibly the worst jingle of all time. Does it sound out of tune or like distorted, or am I tweaking? And the main character of this one is actually Rowley from the Diary of a Wimpy Kid trilogy. The best trilogy of all time. We're going 2 for 3 on main characters from that universe in this video. And Rowley is low-key a Discord mod in this episode. I'm not even gonna lie. He honestly looks sick or disease-ridden. No shade being thrown at Rowley. This is just low-key what he looks like in this entire episode. He hears the faint, messed up music from that ice cream truck, and it awakens the inner beast inside of him. Does he literally just have a bunch of candy in his pocket? He runs downstairs screaming like crazy, asking his mom for ice cream truck money. And guys, low-key, when the ice cream truck pulls up here, I pay with my own money. I'm a big boy. I don't need my mama. He then asks his sister after his mom denies him. And hold up, is this sister Patty Farrell? They just be hiring all those actors from those movies, I guess. What's next? Frank Heffley? After his sister also denies him, his dad gets home, and he's a cop. And also something I just realized is that out of this entire house, he is definitely the laziest person. He's the last one that should be getting ice cream. Like, after tweaking out a little more, he actually finds some money in a drawer. After almost stealing his dad's wallet, of course, because, you know, this kid is great. And he actually misses the truck, running after it probably more than he's run that entire year. So we catch up with Marty, Riley's name in this episode, a day after the ice cream incident of 2011. And he's walking home from school when suddenly his friend Art appears.
Catch?
Okay.
Jeez, Marty.
You gotta throw it to me.
Bro, I'm pretty sure he threw it like right next to you. Marty asks Art if he's seen the creamy cold ice cream truck, and Art seems kind of confused about it. Like he doesn't know what Marty is yapping about. It definitely sounds like this is all Marty has been able to think about like this entire day. Like he's non-stop thought about this ice cream truck. Sounds like me with Sydney Sweeney's Bab soap. And then for some reason, an Irish mailman overhears them talking about creamy cold.
Did you say creamy cold? Creamy cold ice cream?
Dude, where does this take place? Anyways, the mailman drops some crazy lore on us.
You know Creamy Cold?
Haven't heard that name since I was a kid. There was this boy, Jimmy Jeffries? Yeah, little Jimmy Jeffries. He used to talk about a creamy cold truck. Matter of fact, that's all he could talk about.
He explains that Jimmy went crazy and vowed to one day catch the creamy cold truck. I think if an ice cream truck is dropping ice cream on kids' doorsteps in the middle of the night, we're dealing with an Amber Alert situation here. I'm not even gonna lie. The mailman also said that no one ever saw a truck and no one believed little Jimmy Jeffries. Ladies and gentlemen, we're dealing with a ghost ice cream truck. This is probably a good time to forget about the ice cream truck, but of course, this is the haunting hour we're talking about here. It's not some happy ending. We fast forward to that night and Marty is fast asleep and he gets woken up by, you guessed it, the creepiest ice cream truck music of all time. And of course, the Discord-loving slob makes it to his front door and is greeted by the very nice ice cream truck. To be completely honest with you guys, this is probably one of the most disturbing scenes of the entire show. Like, bro is enjoying the ice cream way too much.
More! Give me more! I want more! More! More!
The next day, I'm just gonna start calling him Rowley. it's just a lot easier. Rowley is back hanging out with Art, and he just keeps going on and on and on about this ice cream. Like, you can already see it's making homeboy go stupid.
This ice cream, the way it tasted, I can't describe it. It was like heaven was melting over my tongue.
Bro literally met God and had a spiritual encounter with Neapolitan town. Like, that's crazy.
Was there a rapper or something?
What, you don't believe me?
Chill, dude.
Forget you.
I never said you were lying. I just wanted to know if there was a rapper.
You don't believe me.
Well, it sounds pretty weird.
Well, it's the truth.
Art just really seems like such a chill guy, and Rowley seems like the exact opposite of how he was in Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Like, Rowley was so lovable and everything, and Joshy would not approve of this behavior. Art invites Rowley to the mall, but he says he can't because he has to wait for Creamy Cole to appear. So Art leaves him. I would too, this kid is crazy. Rowley then goes back to his room to talk to his Discord kittens. Just kidding. But this is somehow a little worse than that. We fast forward to that night, and he's woken up again, but this time by a dripping sink. And it sounds just like the ice cream truck, like the exact same beat, everything. Once he turns it off, his alarm goes off with, you guessed it, the same music. You can't escape it. But then finally, the real thing appears. And he runs down to the front door again, and this time it's just waiting for him. No ice cream in sight, just the truck. And his dad actually hears him this time and asks Rowley what he's doing down there. Like, what are you doing in the middle of the night? It's 4 a.m. You should be getting some sleep. Talking to your Discord kittens, maybe. Not opening doors. And then he, of course, shows him the ice cream truck and he believes him. Just kidding. Rowley gets in trouble. Ew, who is that? Why is Queso in the back of the truck? What the heck? The morning arrives and Artie is over hanging out with Rowley for some reason. This guy is a W friend for real. And Rowley makes up some BS like, you have to believe in the truck in order to see it. And he says he's special. He's the chosen one. He thinks he's Anakin Skywalker. Bro thinks he's Harry Potter. And then he asks Art why he thinks the ice cream truck didn't choose him. And then he says he doesn't even really like ice cream. And that's like the last thing you want to say to this kid right now. You will set him off. But then he responds to him like I respond when someone says they don't like Chick-fil-A.
I hate to say it, man, but you're lame. Creamy Cold isn't just ice cream. It's the food of the gods. I want more. I want a freezer full. I want a room full. I'd like to dive into a giant tub of Creamy Cold and lick my way to the top.
Freaky out, Rowley. And then he tells Artie to go home and eat his frozen yogurt. And that he's bumming his trip and bringing him down. Don't call me. Don't come by my house. We're done. And oh my gosh, his school textbook looks like Fiona's old diary from Shrek 2. The next day, we see Rowley walking down the street, muttering to himself like a homeless fence zombie. His dad stops by and actually gives him a stolen bike. How nice. He's giving you a wake-up call, Rowley, to be more active. This is a wake-up call.
I'm a little concerned about you, son. You kind of have a dazed look on your face all the time. Maybe if you got your blood pumping a little, you know what I mean?
Yeah. You want my blood to pump? What's that?
Rowley's dad then shows him the spike strips he has in the back of his car, and he explains to him what they do. Oh, great. Do you see where this is going? Rowley then makes his way to Art's house, and Art asks him where he got the bike.
My dad.
Art, feeling bad about what happened with them before, got him literally an entire container full of ice cream. Cones, cups, popsicles, whatever. Artie got it for Rowley. And Rowley was absolutely ecstatic and stopped chasing the ice cream truck immediately. Guys, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. This is one of the few Haunting Hour episodes where you kind of pull for the ice cream truck or the villain, the monster, to win. Rowley then sells the bike to Artie for some quick, creamy, cold cash, baby. Yeah, good stuff. We skip to later that night where Rowley is sitting at the dinner table with his family, but he's absolutely shoveling the food into his gullet. And he lies to them and says he wants to ride his bike before getting started with some homework. He takes his dad's keys and gets out the spike strips from the trunk. Rowley ends up waiting out there for a long time for this ice cream truck, and he has to do a little pretending and stuff. But all of a sudden, just when he loses hope, he hears this scary jingle coming down the road. The cream is here, and it's coming fast. He tries to get the spike strips out in time, but it's just no use. So he cuts through some yards to get to the next street over, and it seemingly keeps going. But then it literally backs up exactly to the street where Rowley is. This is the time where you start running away very quickly. So Rowley quickly sets out the spike strips, and it actually works. The window to the truck opens, and Rowley bows to the ice cream gods. The cone he wants is ready, but it's on the inside of the truck, so Rowley has to actually climb in to get it. Why wouldn't he at this point? He's gotten this far. But finally, he has what he wanted. Another cone of creamy cold. As he's enjoying his sweet cone, a creepy voice speaks to him. But Riley's just like, take my money, bro. I don't care at all, bro. And then he says,
He doesn't want your money.
It?
The truck.
You're him. The kid who caught the truck. You're Jimmy Jeffries.
Jimmy motherfriggin' Jeffries, bro. He's in the truck. He's in the truck. Jimmy was the keeper of the ice cream truck this whole time, and he and the truck have been looking for someone to want creamy cold just as bad as he once did. So Jimmy opens the back and explains to Riley that the truck doesn't need a driver. It never has. It just needs a soul and someone who loves creamy cold. Yeah, haunting. Hour. Alrighty, those were 3 more episodes of The Haunting Hour that I enjoyed personally. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know in the comments. I mean, I'm open to watching more of these episodes because, like I said before, it's a very fun time for me to go back and watch these and talk about them, give my thoughts on it nowadays, and just, relive the glory days. So yeah, thank y'all. Stay spooky. That was terrible outro. Holy frick, man!